Hello, hello. This is Tracy Smalls, and I am back. I hope you all are doing well in this very difficult and challenging time that we're all facing due to this pandemic. I want to thank God for life and thanking Him for the ability to still speak and be alive and be well. So we thank God for that. I always like to start off my videos thanking God. Unfortunately, we had two people in my family this week who were both diagnosed with COVID-19, my aunt and her husband. So we just ask that you continue to pray with us and praise God along with us, because once we pray, we believe that it's already done. So we're going to continue to praise God for their healing and total recovery. Excuse me, but my voice is extremely hoarse, so forgive me. But again, just wanted to come out and share a little bit of what is going on in my life right now. I know most of you know that I am writing a book, and it's actually still in the editing process. I want to make sure that everything is right. As I mentioned in the last video, I don't want to rush anything because I want this book to be powerful, and I want it to really touch the lives and hearts of those that read it. So that's a bit of what I wanted to share so far. But anyway, a lot has been going on. The past few months has been extremely different and challenging for me, to say the least. A lot of you knew from maybe one or two videos that I've posted that I was going through a divorce. That divorce was finalized on yesterday, so I'm officially Tracy Smalls again. I have to thank God for that, because it was Him and Him alone that got me through that situation. And I made a vow to God that once He got me through it, I would share it and tell everyone who asked or wanted to know, how did you get through it? It was Jesus and the people that He placed inside of my life, my family and friends. So I thank Him for that. Anyway, I wanted to just talk a little bit about what it felt like and what it means for me moving forward, because I know a lot of people. In fact, I was just watching Dr. Phil yesterday with the 15-year-old young girl who was attempting to end her life because she could not deal with the breakup. And unfortunately, there are a lot of young teenagers like that. There are a lot of women that struggles really badly, struggle with ending a relationship. Rather they walked away or the man walked away. Nevertheless, it's still hard when you're put into a situation like that. Before I go any further, I want to always make sure that I mention and give thanks to the wonderful, wonderful men out there who are supportive to their families, mentally, spiritually, financially. We thank you so much for that, because there are a lot of you, and I know a lot of times men gets and takes the bad rap, or takes a bad rap for some of the things that others do. So we never want to put everyone or all men into the same category. There may be some men out there that are not married, but they're caring for their children if they have any. They're caring for their mother. They're just there doing what they need to do. So we thank you for that. Never, no pun intended, of putting and including you all into the same category. So I wanted to make sure that I stress that 100%. But anyway, as I've mentioned, the last few months was extremely challenging for me. There were some days that were better than others. I made a point in making sure that I'm extremely transparent. I don't want to act as if I was just so hardcore. No, it wasn't like that at all. I struggled for a moment. There were days that I had wonderful days, and then there were days that I didn't have such great days. But I have to say this to you that are listening, whether you're a young girl, a woman, you have to take a good look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, did God put you here on this earth to be mentally, physically abused by any man? Take a good look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself that question. I found solace in knowing that I deserved better, even in the moments when I felt weak, even in the moments when I felt like what was going on in my life was consuming me. There was a rage that built up in the inside of me that said, one day, sometimes it takes strategizing to get yourself out of a situation. For me, I had to strategize every step of the way, even in those moments when he thought he was winning. I would always think to myself, one day I am going to be strong enough to walk away. And that's exactly what I did. Don't beat yourself up, ladies, when you're in a situation like that and you feel like you're destitute and there's, you're nothing. A lot of times you feel like, oh, this is all I'm going to have. This is all that God intended for me to have. That is not the case. I really strongly suggest you getting yourself around some strong women that will build you up. Social media has all types of motivational relationship therapy. That's free. You get out there and get information. Matter of fact, find yourself a life coach. Find someone that is going to walk with you through that process should you decide to leave this individual that's not treating you the way a woman should and deserves to be treated. And when you walk away, know that you don't owe anyone any explanations and you take your time to process what you've went through. Don't let anyone narrate your story. You be the narrative of your own story and make sure that you never let anyone undermine what you've been through. I know I'm probably going to get loud because I'm passionate about this, because I see so many women going through the same things over and over again. Now, let me say this before I forget. Don't wait on closure from this guy that you walk away from or that you're contemplating walking away from. You may never get closure from him. Your closure has to become with you knowing that you did your very best in that relationship, particularly a marriage, that you've done your very best. And even if you think you didn't do your very best, then that's the time that you said, Lord, I just can't deal with this anymore. You give me direction. Give me direction in what I should and should not be doing. There are so many people that's vocal in other folks' marriages. I used to be just like that years ago in my late 20s. I used to look at women and say, how? How could she put up with this? Why don't she just leave? Shouldn't be like that with people. You should support them. I'm not saying that you're supporting the abuse, but you're supporting her and letting her know that I got you. If you need me, I am there for you. I got you. Give her advice. Help her along the way. But don't beat another woman down because she chooses to stay, because you don't know what it's like in there. You don't know what's going on inside of that household. So you cannot continue to beat another woman down. I just had this conversation with someone just the other day, another woman. And I told her, I said, it's about high time that we hold each other accountable for the things that we do, men and women. There are a lot of men out here giving each other dap when they're, running around on their woman, their wife, and they think, that's the coolest thing ever. Well, when will it ever stop if men don't hold each other accountable? And I said it to another woman as well. I love you, But I have to tell you, do not entertain another woman's husband again. The only way that a man could do any of these things is to have another willing participating partner. That's the other woman. She says, you're right, and I will not do that again. You hold each other accountable instead of making it folks feel that it's nice, it's cute, because it isn't. When you go through a breakup, it does not just hurt the two people that's involved in that. It tears up the entire family. The entire family has to go through that process. So you got to keep that in mind. It's not just the two people. I feel good when the judge said, I grant you your divorce. I grant you your last name back. I haven't been able to legally use the last name Smalls in many, many years. It was a bittersweet moment because I thought, wow, this is it. This is really it. But I thank God for my children that held me up and refused to let me be upset, who refused to let me walk around with my head down. Mary J. Blige, no disrespect to her because I love her. I love her music. However, she sings a song, I'm going down because you're not around. The devil is a liar. No, I'm not going down because you're not around. I understand the place that she was in when she made that song or began to sing it. But if we're singing praises to God and it fills us up in our spirit, what do you think is going to happen when you're singing music that's filling you up in your spirit and your soul? I'm going down? Oh, no, we're not doing this. So that's another thing. We have to be so mindful and so very careful with the type of music and sounds that we sing. Fantasia have a song, I believe, is When to Lose. I didn't lose anything. You didn't lose anything. Unless you were out there doing, things that you shouldn't have been doing. Then you know the real deal with that. But win to lose or lose to win? No. I would rather rephrase that and say, learn to win. Sometimes we have to learn certain things in life to win. Sometimes you have to learn how to love yourself. Sometimes you have to learn how to just outright adore yourself. Sometimes you have to learn how to spend time with yourself. And as Dr. Phil said, make a list of the qualities in yourself that you like about yourself, and then ask yourself, who lost? Who actually lost? So I wanted to give everyone an update and encourage women today to understand that when you walk away from a situation, you're not losing. You didn't lose a husband. You've gained your dignity back. You've gained your life back, your self-worth back. You didn't lose anything. I've made a decision that I will not allow bitterness to set in. I have forgiven my ex-husband. I've forgiven him because I will not allow what he's done to hold me captive for the rest of my life. I will absolutely not do that. Have I forgotten about what has happened? No, I haven't. Does forgiving him eliminate what he has done? No, it doesn't. What it does is frees me from what he has done so that I will not walk around holding in bitterness, anxiety, frustration, hurt, pain. I had to release him and let it go. When someone walks away, or if you had to walk away, let it go. Because I'm telling you, I'm a living witness and a living testimony that it will get better. It has gotten better. God gave me a beautiful stepdaughter throughout this process. He's birthed a new book for me throughout this process to share with others. So listen, I didn't lose. I gained. I gained my life back. I gained my dignity back because for a moment I lost it. I lost it. But I'm being transparent enough to let you all know you don't have to tolerate a man disrespecting you. You don't have to tolerate that. You understand me? You don't have to tolerate that. You're special. God has created us beautifully and wonderfully made. And we do not have to take the disrespect from anyone. You understand me? So I'm going to leave you all on that note. I hope that you will share this video. Get onto my YouTube channel, subscribe to it, and click that notification bell when I'm uploading new videos. And just continue to share and support me. I appreciate all of you that have done so far. Shouts out to Vanessa Gaddis, who has been helping me finalize the editing parts of this book. Shouts out to Vanessa Smith, Latoya Manigault, my aunt Doretha, my aunt Lane, my sisters. I thank you guys so much. Let me tell you something. When you feel like you're unloved, everyone was calling me yesterday. And for the ones that didn't and I called them, oh, they were right on me. The first thing they wanted to know was, how are you doing? It's great to have friends that don't want to know every detail. They just want to know, how are you doing? So ladies, get yourself around some great friends. Use your family as your means of support. And let's make it happen. I want to stop this video right now, but I'm constantly talking because it's in me. Let's make it happen. There's too many things going on out here, too many other stressful things that we have to contend with. We shouldn't have to deal with that. We should not have to deal with it. But I am blessed and I am highly favored of the Lord. I am strong, stronger than I ever thought I could be. My son said, Mama, do you and take care of yourself. My daughters supported me. I'm telling you guys, it can be done. Don't sit in a situation. And again, I'm never going to tell anyone to leave their husbands. But I will say, you got to figure it out because you deserve better. I don't know what anyone is going through. I truly just don't know. But I know that there are a lot of women out there hurting. I do know that much. I hear about it. It's bad. It's almost like it's a pandemic with some of these men. It's like, what do you do? What more can a woman possibly do for you all to get you to just respect us? Respect us. If you're not ready to be committed, leave us alone. Or just simply don't lie. Just, hey, this is just a flame. We're just having a good time. Be honest. I tell my son that all of the times. Don't bring anyone around me that you're not serious with. Don't play games with anyone. Just be honest. But when you walk into a woman's life and you're telling a woman you love her and you're in love and you want to get married, you want to do all of these great and wonderful things knowing that you're still out in the street, stop. Because there is such a thing called karma, but biblically, it's whatsoever you sow, that shall you also reap. So you're going to find it and get it back. And guess what? It may skip you and go down to your children. Stop. Leave us alone if you're not ready. Just stop. So I'm going to go now because, see, I'm about to get fired up. So I am going to go ahead and leave where I am right now because it's ridiculous. It's just outright ridiculous. And it's a game to most of them. You disrupt a woman's life. Why? Because you want to play? Really? Why? Because you need a permanent place to lay your head? Really? Get yourselves together, men, and stop playing with people. It's not cool. You have women stressed out around here. I know of one young lady that was stressed out so bad she had a major stroke. Stop. Because I'm telling you, y'all are going to get it. God is going to hold you all accountable. Don't think for just one moment that because a woman left, that just leaves you Clea and Freya. You will get it if you don't stop. I promise you, you will. So I'm going now because this is me. This is what I could do all day long. But I am going to leave you all right now. Y'all have a great day. Have a nice, safe weekend. And be good to yourselves and others as always. Love you all.